So for today, we are going to talk about a CRM tool called High Level. It used to be called Go High Level back in the days. I think they changed the name about 3 years ago to High Level instead of Go High Level. And what is a CRM tool? Most people, most business owners are running their businesses with different suite of tools, right? And different logins and different platforms and all that kind of stuff. So the reason why a CRM is really important to run your business is that it keeps you organized. Now, what is a CRM? So let me give you the definition of what a CRM is, right? A CRM is a customer relationship management tool, which is a set of integrated technologies used to document, track, and manage organizations, relationships, and interaction with existing and potential customers. CRM supports the sales process and advances enterprise resource planning activities, ERP. And so this is a tool that every business needs, right? Every business owner must have this. Big corporations like Fortune 500 companies, they use ERPs like Oracle. I think it's Oracle. I've forgotten the name, but I'll find out and drop it in the description. But there's SAP. SAP is one of those tools. There's uh, HubSpot. There is Salesforce. Salesforce is one of the biggest one in the market, and it's usually used by big companies. Salesforce have been gaining traction for a long time. Most companies are using that, and Go High Level is also one of these tools, and it's usually used by small businesses and freelancers, agencies, and even some big businesses are using Go High Level now because they are always growing. Now, why is it important that you need a CRM? And I'm not going to go into all the reasons why, but I'm going to give you like the top three. It's by intelligently storing and managing your customers' information. A CRM system increases the number of leads coming in, helping your marketing team find new customers faster. And it also helps your sales team to close more deals faster, which also enhances best customer experience. So that is that, on the high level of what a CRM tool is. Now let's go here to the actual slide presentation. And so when it comes to tools, every business needs tools to really perform well, to track your customers, to put them in automation, to send them emails, to follow up with them, to send them promotions, to do so much. Uh, Now the problem is that a lot of business a lot of businesses have different tools scattered around, right? You have your email with, let's say, Gmail. You have your SMS with Twilio. You have your automation with, let's say, ClickFunnels. It's like your tools are all over the place. You have your contract signing with some of this uh, document signing, DocuSign, and all that kind of stuff. Now, the problem is that you have different logins, and each of them you are paying different amounts, right? Which adds up at the end of the month. And so for today, I want to show you how you can stop paying thousands of dollars every month for just a simple business software, and also to have everything under one roof so that you don't have to be logging in here and there, trying to import data from here and put it there. It's all kind of tedious, unproductive, and also expensive. And so High Level is our CRM choice for this demo. And this is a suite of tools which all lives under one hood, and it's the all-in-one solution. So I've already explained to you what a CRM is and why is it important for every business owner. Uh, Now your instructor, as usual, yours truly, Eric Bakes, and many of you know me, some of you don't. And so if this is your first time on this channel, thank you very much for hopping on. I'm an AI consultant and a digital marketing expert. I'm not going to go into all those stuff because we have a lot of slides to go through today and a lot of demo to go through. So, honest questions for you, and be honest with yourself. I don't need your answers. You can drop them in the chat if you want, but how many tools are you currently paying for? I mean, let me give you an example. An email marketing tool. Uh, do you have a CRM, right? Do you have a calendar booking tool? Do you have a landing page builder, like spinning up websites and funnels on demand, right? Do you have an SMS platform where you can send text messages and also WhatsApp messages? Do you have a funnel builder? Do you even know what a funnel is? Do you know the difference between a funnel and a website? All these are questions that needs to be answered honestly if you are a business owner who wants to succeed or who wants to scale. Now, if you checked one or two or more of this, then please keep watching. If you are using less than two tools of what I've mentioned over here, and there's even more, please keep watching and bookmark this video because you're going to need it. If you are not using more than two, or you are using less than two, then there is a big red flag. You just don't know what you are doing. Even if you are successful, just imagine how much more you are going to be earning if you implement or you have a CRM in place. So when it comes to tools, and the number of tools, and I'm going to use myself as an example and for most of my clients as well. Now, for email marketing, depending on the number of contacts you have, it ranges from, let's say, $15 to $300. For me, the minimum is about $50 because of the number of contacts I have. And so when I blast an email, I the more contacts you have, the higher it becomes. Now, this is you dealing with a single platform. Like, there are so many email platforms out there. Now, when it comes to landing pages, that is building landing pages or websites, it's the same thing. Wix, GoDaddy, you go to all these places, WordPress, you won't pay less than $30 a month, and it goes up, with the bandwidth and all the features that you want. And for me, it's around $35 to $100 for just one website. And I have tons of websites. Okay. When it comes to CRM, probably you don't even know the CRMs out there, but there are a bunch of CRMs out there that you can like Chipmunk and HubSpot and all that kind of stuff. Their price is very, it's high as compared to this. Like you have Kartra, you have ClickFunnels, and all these ones I've already mentioned. They are all like in the upper tier in terms of the pricing. SMS platforms, do you send text messages? If you are not sending text messages, then you are missing out because now when it comes to open rate, right? Email has about 2 to 10%, right? When it comes to text messages, it's 98%. People are always on their phones. The moment you hear that beep beep, you take your phone, you check. So text messages are like now the bread and butter of contacting your clients, to contact them with messages and promos and all that. Text message is like 98% more effective than any of the marketing strategies you can think of. Now let's move faster. Calendar booking. Do you book appointment? Do you talk to people? Do people rent your place? Do people have to book a call to talk to you? Set an appointment, you need a calendar. Funnel is the same thing as the landing pages. Landing pages are websites. Funnel is also another form of website and website builder. So in total, for me, I was ranging between 500 to 1,000 just on these different tools, and I have more tools. I use about maybe 30 different tools to run my business. Right? Everybody's going to be different, but mostly are going to hover around between 280 to 500 in a month if you are using different tools. Now, that is not even the biggest problem here. Aside the money aspect of things, you are also losing a lot, right? There's a lot of friction and bottleneck in your process. You are manually transferring data between tools. Your leads are falling through the cracks. It's very hard to follow up with your clients, especially if you don't have any system in place to track where they are in the process. Integration headaches. Some tools need to communicate with others, right? And sometimes the you don't have the the out of box integration. So you have to go through the technical challenges of trying to integrate these tools, and sometimes they don't work. So you need like coding behind at the back end. And if you don't know how to do it, guess what? You have to pay somebody to do it. The headache, if something breaks, you have to fix it yourself, or you have to get that same person to come in. Multiple logins to remember. Just imagine you have 10 different tools, right? You might have a password manager, but then again, every time you have to update this password, you have to change this, you have to change that. It's a pain in the backside, right? No unified view of customers. You don't have visibility in your customers, where they came from. Did they come from Facebook when you put the advert there, or when you did that social media post? Did they come from your emails? Did they come from your text message? These are things that you want to know, so you know which marketing strategy is effective, so that you can double down on that, right? And you just waste time switching platforms. And the result is lost revenue and constant frustration. I've been there before. And I know if you're a business owner and you are here and you are not using a CRM, then you are going through this. I can bet my life on this, right? And so, what if we could have all these tools under one roof, right? And that is, you meet high level CRM. And so, what does it contain? It contains a lot of tools that every business owner needs. One, it's a CRM, and which is a customer relationship management, because they are all kind of tied together. When you put all this suite of tools together, they become a CRM. So it's a CRM. Uh, Email marketing. Every business owner needs email marketing. When your customers purchase from you, or you want to reach out to them for reviews, you want to thank them, whatever it is, you need to have an email delivery system. SMS marketing. I talked about this already. Text messages, SMS, WhatsApp is like the best marketing strategy right now. Landing pages and websites, funnels, these are all pretty much the same. Calendar booking, forms and surveys. Do you want to take questions from your clients? Do you want to create forms like name, email, company, blah, 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 blah? All these things, you can be getting them from different set of tools, but why don't you have everything under in one place? And there are more of these tools available that we are going to talk about. Excuse me. And so the price comparison here is that the old way of doing things, if you have two tools, three, four, and above, you are not going to escape spending more than $100 in a month. That's the minimum if you are a small company and you are not doing much out there. It's not going to cost you less than $100, you know. So if you are using more tools to make you a better business owner, to increase your bottom line, to give your customers the best experience, then you are going to be spending more, and it could go up to $1,000 a month. And so You are saving when you go with high level, you are saving between $232 to almost $1,000. Now extrapolate that to the whole year. That gives you an annual saving of about 2,700 to 12,000. For me, it will be around the top part, right? Around the 11,000, 10,000, 11,000. And so with high level, all these features, you get that for $97. You get the chance to test drive this tool for 14 days. And at the end of the day, you don't even need a credit card. And so, one thing that I will advise all of you is to give it a test drive even before you decide to go with this option. Now, I'm going to provide the link to you and a little disclaimer here. I promote high level for my clients because I used to build my company and I also recommend it to my business clients. And so that's the disclaimer here. I earn some little commission from this when I talk about it and people sign up under me. And so that is it. Now you can go on the $97 one where you can have three different businesses under one roof, right? Or you can sign up with me, which starts from $49.99. Now you are going to get some of the features, most features that are important to your use case. So if you think that you don't need the whole tools, about maybe 20 or different tools, and you need a down, a watered down version budget, then you can start with me and you can go with the 49.99 where I help you set everything up and make sure that I get you going. So that is that. But let's continue with and this is perfect for small business owners. If you're a business owner and you are using a CRM, how much are you paying? What are you getting? So think about that. Do a compare and contrast. I'm going to give you the link. You're going to log into it 14 days without credit card. You're going to go through it. If you think that high level is the CRM for you, you're going to save a lot of money, then bingo, you go with that. It's also good for entrepreneurs and startups, e-commerce, people who sell on Amazon, Shopify, any kind of selling business that you have, because you can create your product, you can create a store on this platform, and I'll come to that. Coaches and consultants like myself, this is what we need. You don't need all this expensive CRMs like Salesforce and all that kind of stuff. So agencies and freelancers, if you are an agency content creator, you have a YouTube channel, or you have a WhatsApp platform, or you have, let's say, an IG platform where you sell stuff or you manage your clients. You can do stuff on IG, on Facebook. It's not a CRM. All the customers that come in, people who buy from you, do you have data on them? You don't. Most of you don't, and I know this for sure. And anyone tired of paying for multiple tools. So if you are running a business and you are paying for more tools, this is for you. Um, so if this is good and you are getting some value from this, please type me. You can relate to this. If you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, or e-commerce seller, you are a coach or consultant, an agency owner, freelancer, or you are just tired of paying for more tools, just type me in the chat. Okay. And the next thing that we are going to demo today, here we always get our hands dirty. We don't just talk theory. We also get our hands dirty. And that is the only way you can learn. So I'm going to show you around and show you one or two things that we can do with this tool. And one thing is that we are going to demo about 10 different tools. And the first one is going to be the CRM contact management, how you manage your customers, email marketing, and automation. Now, when it comes to automation, we are also talking about AI and workflows, right? We're going to talk about that website builder and landing pages. Now, everything that you see in red here is the VIM MPT means very important. Every business needs this. So that is why I highlighted them for you to know that you need this. Um, Forms and surveys, very important. Workflow automation, very important. This is how you follow up with your customers. Let's say they come in, they don't buy, you send them educational stuff, you send them reviews, you send them. It's a way of communicating with them. So when they take this action, then that action happens. A sales pipeline to see where your customers are in the customer journey. SMS marketing, which is a two-way conversation. So you can send them SMS messages and they can respond. And this doesn't happen on your actual cell phone number, but on the CRM, which gives you can get a phone number over there, business phone number where they can text you, right? Very important. Calendar, appointment, and scheduling, very important. Contract signing and payment, very important. Every time you get into a business agreement with somebody, or if you are hiring somebody, whatever it is, you need to have a contract in place. Now, you can get some of this contract, software. It's not less than $15 a month, right? You have this in there. You can set up payment to take people. If you are somebody who coaches people and you take payments before they book an appointment, you can have this calendar where you can set up your payment. So even before they come and consult with you, they make that payment before they get access to your calendar. That is something that is powerful. Posting on multiple social media platforms. Now, I have about 7 different social platforms, right? LinkedIn, Facebook, IG, Pinterest, um, TikTok, you name it. Now, just imagine I have to post to all different websites, different platforms. It's a lot of work. And so you can set up this, and with one click, you are going to post to all these channels. People are getting charged $200 a month, $300 a month just for this, just for this. Now, just imagine you have this whole tools, right? Suite of tools, and you can do this under 1 minute. I can schedule my post for the whole month. I was in Ghana for 6 weeks. All these posts were scheduled ahead of time within 30 minutes. The whole month was scheduled across all platforms, and everything was just automated. Every day at 9 o'clock, it was just spit one, boom, that's it. Okay, so let's move on. We're running out of time. So what this means for your business, you save between $500 to $900 every month on software, because now this is going to vary for everybody, right? And so it's not like a standardized amount, but this is the average. You can automate 80% of your workflows with AI and workflows. There's AI built in there, and so AI can do a lot of stuff for you. You never miss a lead again. The moment somebody calls your business, boom, they are a lead. You have their information. You have their phone number. You can text them, right? They call you, it goes to voicemail. You have their information. They leave a voicemail. You can listen to it. You can get back to them. Okay. You book more appointment automatically. Everything is hands free. You can set up your calendar. You set up all these things at once, and then you use it forever. People can go to your calendar and do everything without you lifting a finger, and you close more deals faster because you have visibility into your pipeline and what is happening, and you scale without you know hustle. You don't have to hire more people to scale because this tool is doing everything behind. Now drop fire in the chat, if this is making some sense to you. Drop fire, give me that fire emoji. Let's go. Now, why high level wins, right? I told you there are so many tools out there, CRMs. There are so many. Some are very, very uh, cumbersome to use. Some are very robust in nature. Some have a long learning curve and all that. With high level, it's so easy, drag and drop, and it has videos here and there. There's awesome customer service. Like every time I'm stuck somewhere, I just go to the help, and then I can call them directly or hit join Zoom, where I go to a room where they assign me, my account manager, to help me out. So I don't have to wait 24 hours before I get support. I get it right away, and then I can continue on what I'm working on. With some other tools like Kartra and ClickFunnels, I put in a ticket, I have to wait 24 hours, and then they come back and ask you what is going on. And then you tell them what is going on again, and then they take another 24 hours to respond. So Go High Level is all in one. Two, everything talks together, right? Everything is kind of integrated together. You have just one price to worry about, and it's built for business owners like us, small businesses, and it's drag and drop, and it's affordable. The other tools, other CRM tools are fragmented, right? They're broken integrations or complex technical integrations. You have multiple subscriptions, scattered all over the place, and complex enterprise software developer is needed, and it's expensive. And so that is why high level wins all the time. High level is crushing it amongst all the other tools. And the complete tool suite, right? Here is what we are going to demo today: the CRM, contact management, the sales pipeline, email marketing, SMS, landing page builder, calendar appointment, forms and surveys, website builder, workflow automation, and how they all work together. Now, there are certain things that I cannot go on and talk about everything, but these are some other stuff that you get in this tool, right? Reputation management, like how to build your reviews on your website, on your services, how to get it easily, right? From your Google My, you can create membership sites. So if you have a platform where people sign up for your programs or your courses or your Zumba classes or your hair product, right? Maybe you braid hair, right? You can have membership where you can give your members discount. You can do invoicing and payments, right? So you don't even need QuickBooks, but if you want to integrate something like a QuickBook or any other accounting software, you can do that. You can build funnels. You can track calls. You can trigger links. Like somebody trigger, let's say I post a link on my Instagram and somebody clicks on it. I can set up automation to send that person a message or send that person a coupon code to make a purchase, right? As soon as somebody clicks on that link, it notifies the system can follow up with them. Opportunities board, which helps you to see where your clients are in the pipeline. Analytics, which gives you it kind of crashes all the data and gives you the analytics, right? Gives you like the graph or the pie chart to let you know that, okay, you had 100 customers this month, only 20 of them spent like $1,000, 15 of them spent 2,000. Like any kind of information that you are looking for, you can get it in the analytics and the social media planner, which I talked about. And also you can integrate it with other tools, and it has an API in the back end. API is an application, a programming interface. So the software can plug into another CRM or another tool which is not in there. And this is more like advanced stuff. So I'm not going to go into that. And for, as I told you, you can go on the 97 route, $97 route. You can get three other businesses. For me, I have my coaching business. So I'm on the 97 plan. I have my coaching business. I have my pay per call business, and I also have my IT business, right? And so for me, this is good. Or let's say you have a business, your wife also has a business, then you can go on the 97 tier plan where you can have three different businesses which are all in different workspaces. And you have to try this. You don't have to use your credit card to sign up. You can try it before. So whether you have a business or you are starting out, whatever it is, just take the test drive. I'm going to give you the link. Just take the test drive for 14 days. Play around with it, mess with it, do whatever you want with it. At the end of the 14 days, if you don't like it, they just cancel it, right? Because you didn't put your credit card. You don't have to think about, oh, I have to set an alarm notification to cancel this 2 days before the time. No, you don't need that. Just sign up and play around with the tool. Watch the videos, and you're going to love it. And the community discount, which is coming from my sub accounts, is I can help you create, give you some features which are a little bit watered down depending on your use case. And it starts from 49.99. It depends on what you are using the tool for, right? And so we can talk about it, and then I can see your use case. Okay, you need this and that, and then we take it from there. But it starts from the minimum is 49.99, and I do the initial setup for you. I usually charge 1,500 to do this, and you get support from me. Either through WhatsApp or through the app, whatever. If you under me, of course, we have that communication. You can shoot me an email, and the sub account is going to be under my account. Now, if let's say it gets to a point where you need more features and all that, and you want to have your own account where you can have three businesses under your account, then all that we need to do is to transfer your workspace into the bigger space, and then you can be on the 97 plan. So whether you are with me or without me, your assets are protected and you can take them with you anytime. Um, and then the bonus, like I said, I'll set it up for you for free when you sign up through me, complete account setup. And even for the 97, if you sign up with me, Go High Level has like the customer service is wonderful. But then again, you can still use me. I can help you out with your first account setup. Uh, just for the fact that you watch this video, you join this class, email and SMS notification. I'm going to help you with that calendar integration, training on the basics. And normally I do this for 1,500 for setup, but for you guys, I'll do it for free. And how to get started. The path one is, you go through the 14-day trial. So I encourage everybody to go through this, and I'm going to drop this in the chat right now. Copy it. I'm also going to include this in the um, description link. So this is it. Click on it and go through it. Once we finish, you can always go and check what it is and take the test drive. And then if you want to sign up under me, then this is the link under me. This is the link you want to use. And this is going to take you to a website where you're going to fill out. Like, let me show you how it looks like. It brings you here, and then you kind of go through this and you fill out the form, and then we talk to you. So that is it. That is the whole thing. But let's go back to our demo, and this is the time for the demo. So let's get into it right away, and I'm going to open my Go High Level right now. um, see. So this is the interface for Go High Level, right? And like I said, if you're on this account, you can have three different accounts. Now, here I have my account here, my company here. I also have the AI company here. Now, I'm going to add, for the demo purposes, I'm going to add another account, which is a blank account. So this is, creating it from the start, right? And I can say that, okay, now there are a couple of templates here, which one I can use and all that. And so I will say a marketing agency. Maybe I'm a creator, so I can select this one or any of those, and then I can go with it, right? And let's see, marketing agency. I will set up, continue, and it's gonna ask me for address and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna go through all that. You wanna add the address, the location, and it takes you through step by step. I'm not gonna go through that, but I'm gonna go back to the agency board, and I'm going to use my business, right? And so when it comes to customer relation, see here. I need to be careful about the information I share. So let me see. Anyway, but yeah, so this is the dashboard which takes you through the onboarding and then small, short videos where you can learn how to do things. But like I said, I can do this for you. And here's your dashboard where, and I'm not using certain features. So because I track them differently, but not everything is properly configured here. But this is the dashboard where you can see everything, right? You can see everything at a glance. You know, the number of leads within the last 31 days, it's like 137 the clients have received. You know, your if it's you can connect it to your Google Ads. You can connect it to your Google Business Profile. A lot of you have business Google my Google Business Profile or whatever. You can connect it to that. You can see the number of people who are going to your website and all that. Facebook ads report for this particular date. This is how much I've spent. You know, click cost per click. You know, CTR, click through rate, all those kind of information, you can get that, right? Conversations refers to people you've been talking to, people who have sent you text messages. I'm not going to go into that. Now, for calendar, now let me follow this structure that I have so that I follow the system. And so for the demo one, we are going to talk about the contact management, right? And so I'm going to use one client. Let me see. So let me go here. All right, give me 1 second. So for this particular client, right? This is one of my employees. So I'm just using that because I cannot share my customers' information. I was trying to blur some of the content, but I cannot find the plugin to do that. So let's go. So now when it comes to contact, you know, this is the email. I can see all the information about this person. I can see where they came from, their LinkedIn profile, you know, the tags, like they booked a call, they reschedule a call, it's a second call. Tags are used to identify the source of your leads, or maybe, you know, if that person is interested in one of your products, you can tag them as that. So if you want to send an email or you have an automation, you can say that send emails to all the people who book calls, right? Now automation, I can see which kind of automation they are in and which ones they are subscribing. Like he's in booked appointment nurture automation, Facebook form submitted, follow up newsletter for MSP. So he's receiving all this stuff, right? And I can message him here. Now, it's not a good example, but usually I will have the email, SMS because I don't have a cell phone. But if I should put like a cell phone, let's see, let me put any number, right? If I put this number and save, now I have the option to send him an SMS, right? I can type this thing here and then, hey, you know, hey, Steve, is tomorrow a good time to chat, right? Now, I'm not going to send this to him, but let's see if I want to use my number. This is going to come to me right away. I can also do it through WhatsApp or I can send him an email right away, right? So this is the power of it. And then I can go to activity, and then it will show me the activity, the source it came through from. If I want to book an appointment with him directly, I can do it from here. If I want to write some notes about him, to remind me of the kind of conversation we had, I can do that here. Like things I want to do on this particular client, I can do all that here. And the document, if we've signed some documents, we can do that. Any documents, legal document I've signed with him, I can see that here. And there's so much you can do. So that is just one of the features, right? So let me go to the other one that I want to talk about. So the next one is the sales pipeline. Sales pipeline. Oh gosh. Sales pipeline. Where's my screen? Yeah. So sales pipeline. Um, Let me go back and remove this. Let me change this before this person starts receiving. Um, okay, yeah. So I've removed the phone number. That's good. So opportunities is the sales pipeline, right? When we talk about pipelines, it's about different phases in your sales process. So we have like closer pipeline, we have LinkedIn campaign pipeline, how many people are in there, six. So I can see the customer journey of every client that I have, right? Okay, I have about six people in the appointment funnel. That means that there are about 13 people waiting in the appointment funnel. So I have like 16 appointments coming up, right? Automated client journey funnel. 15 clients are in there, and I can go in there and see all the clients. Talent acquisition. So this is like hiring people. Like I have 9 people so I can do whatever I want in the pipeline. And then when you comes to opportunities, that is like the lead, you get the leads here, and then how many of them booked calls, how many of them showed. All these things, when I tag them, it kind of put them in this bucket, and I can see where they are in the journey. And so that is that for you to know. Let's go to the next demo, which is the email marketing. And so email marketing is going to be, let's do this. So when it comes to email marketing, it's under automation, and we are going to talk about automation. So I'm not going to go to the email part to really talk about it, but the email services is here where you connect that to your email system. So I have an Outlook, it's connected to my Outlook just to help with deliverability of emails. And you can set forwarding to yourself so it can forward stuff to myself. By default, it's going to forward it to me already. But if I have other people that I want to this email to go, like my employees and all that, I can do that. You can check your email analytics. I've sent like 4,000 emails within this date, right? 4,200 have been delivered. Only 197 have been open, clicked links, and bounced 40. So now I can go in here and see, okay, which ones were bounced. Now, bouncing is going to affect you. So if they bounce, then I have to go in there, manually remove all these emails which are being bounced or being blocked by the server, so that it doesn't hurt my reputation, right? Only one person has unsubscribed. So you see all these assessments, right? Risk assessment is going to grade you. I don't have any risk assessment, which means I'm following the best practices. You want to have access to visibility into all this information. Now, if I should go into the email in itself, this is what it's going to look like. Uh, we go to automation, and this is where it sends the emails, right? So I can say that, okay, let's create a campaign and send emails to everybody who joined this call. And I can create that campaign. It's all about workflows. Now you use workflows and automations to do this stuff, but then the workflow is going to do a couple of things that you ask it to do. So let's say if I go to any of these workflows, let's say booked an appointment, I have a couple of different emails here. Different auto workflows, but I say go to this one. So somebody books an appointment with me. I want to take them through the journey, right? Sending them that information. So the first thing I'm going to do is to tag them for the system to know that they booked a call. So I know that this client booked a call. I'm going to remove this, move to a stage, right? Move to a stage. So I move them into a pipeline, and I can say that these are all like bits and pieces. Send a notification to me, send me an email, send me an internal SMS, so that right away when somebody books a call, I don't have to go into my system. I get notification on my phone right away, right? I have to wait for 1 hour. I send them my case studies, and 24 hour before our meeting, I send them an appointment reminder. And this, I'm going to send them one in a text message, and I say, hey, contact name, Costa, blah, blah, blah. Quick heads up, I'm on a client's call right now. I'll be ready for a quick. Listen, this thing happens under the hood without me lifting a finger. And then after that, it's going to send them the email. Same thing, right? And this is to help you for people. It reminds people for them to show up. So you want to increase your show rate. You also want to increase your close rate. Now, if you have this automation system in place, if somebody schedules an appointment with you for your hair salon or whatever, you don't have to do anything. Everything has been set up already, and it just follows that system. Boom, 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 and then it goes. 15 minutes before we send them, and then that's the end of the workflow, right? We have different workflows. Let's say if that person doesn't show up, there is an automation. If you want to create a campaign for, a promotion, let's say, Valentine's Day is coming. What do you sell? You want to send a promotion, you can just create a workflow, or maybe you have that workflow already. You create that workflow, you name it, you start from scratch, or you can pick a template which is already pre-made. You type what you want to do it for, and then use it for, and then boom, you add a trigger. You can select what a trigger is, maybe contact, the tag, and what kind of tag do you want. Then you tell the system the kind of tag that you want, right? And then it's going to select that kind of tag for you. Tag added, and then I can say that, okay, select what tag. Maybe people who showed interest in, charity Galley ICT platform. Okay, let's send them this kind of email, right? Let's send them this discount code, those kind of stuff. That is automation. That is workflow. The AI part hasn't even come into yet, right? But that is the power. So let's move on to the next slide, because there's so much and we don't have much time. Let's see here. Email, SMS, which is pretty much the same. I showed you the email, the SMS on the contact. You can send SMS. You can also send it using the workflow or the automation. So it's the same. Now, um, when it comes to landing page, website, and funnels, I'm going to take them all at once. There is a feature here, we call it sites. Now, when you come here, yeah, I'm going to take everything from here right away so that I don't have to go back to come back to this slide, because, you know, I'm running out of time. But when it comes to funnels are website which doesn't have like about us and all those kind of stuff. Funnels are used to guide your client to move straight into the action you want them to take, maybe to give you an email address, maybe to purchase a product, or maybe to go read a blog or something like that. They don't have about us, contact us, all those crazy stuff which distract them. They don't have that. So funnels are used for that. And so, like, let me show you how one of my funnels look like. This is one of our funnels, and if I go here, it shows you BayksCloud consultant. Here, I'm not trying to tell people I have this, I have that about us. That is the company website. But a funnel or a landing page is this. All that I'm trying to do is to get people to schedule an appointment with me. That takes them to my calendar. So, you know, everything you see here, they get all the information they really need to make that decision to book a call, right? But they don't have to go and read about us. If they want that, they can read that in a different place, right? That is the website. But this is a landing page where I give to my IT service providers where they just have to book a call with me. There's nothing you can do here apart from booking a call. So if you don't want to talk to me, you have to bounce. That's as simple as that. This is how funnels work, right? Now, when we go to websites, that is totally different. Now, let me go to my website, right? And website is where you get all this information about us, your services, all those crazy stuff. So now something similar. This is a website. Now you can see services, case studies, contact us, get started, which also takes them back to my calendar, right? And so that's the difference. Now I can spin as many websites as I want. I can come here and create another website. I can create 20 different websites. Now just imagine if you have to create one website in GoHighLevel, I mean in GoDaddy, right? Or Wix. I was paying $35 for one website. Now, if I need 30 websites, which I have so many domains, I used to, you know, generate leads for different people like plumbers and pest control services, life insurance, Obamacare, and all that kind of stuff. And I needed different websites for all of them. And just imagine if I have to build all of them, in like different hosting. That is a lot of money. With GoHighLevel, you can do all that here. Same with funnels, you can do everything here. You can build as many funnels as you want. Look at these funnels I have. I have so many funnels, and I'm not paying more. Everything is under one roof. I can spin any website right away. Just this morning, we just created GoHighLevel. We just created this. Look at the date. We created this like what, 11:14 a.m., right? 11:14 a.m. That is when we created this website. I mean, my one of my employees is working on this thing, right? And we just created it. It didn't take us 10 minutes. We created this, we generated the link, and then we shared it on the platform. As easy as that. This is not like, it's so easy. I can spin up so many websites as many times as I want. So you get the whole point. So let's move on to the next slide. And also, yeah, before I go, for stores, if you have a store, you can have it here. Um, if you sell something, you can list your products here. So, or you can take photos of your product and you can share them. You can upload them here, and that is your store, right? So you don't have to have. If you have a Shopify store, you can integrate it with that. Now you can host webinars. Oh gosh, this thing is. This is one thing I don't like about, yeah. You can host webinars. Analytics are here. If you have a blog, you can write your blog post. You don't have to go and get a WordPress to start your blog. I have a blog, right? But it's a huge blog. I have over 400 pages, so I cannot migrate everything here. But if you are starting out, this is a place where you can create a blog, and I use this to post stuff to like Google my page and all that kind of stuff, right? You can integrate your WordPress in here if you like. Client portal, this is where you create, where you can manage your customers. Now I have a platform here where we have a platform for the ICT charity, Galley ICT platform, where we have students on the platform. We share ideas. We talk about what is coming next, and we have a course over there that, so you can have a platform there. Now, forms are very important. If you need a form, excuse me, You can create forms here. I have different forms, right? Charity Galley ICT forms, BayksCloud, landing page forms, discovery lead, opt-in forms, you know, so many things you can do. And if you are on a different platform, the number of forms you create is going to cost you. The more forms you create, it costs you more, right? So you can do that here. Service, if you want to build service to ask your customers questions, you can do that. Like candidate application survey, when I'm applying, somebody is applying, and these are the kind of questions they go through. If I'm onboarding a team member, the kind of questions they have to answer. You can create quizzes. You can create a chat widget, which you can place on your website to answer questions for your customers. Like when you go to a certain website, you see like a pop up, and then it says, "Hey, I'm the AI assistant," and blah blah blah. Ask me any questions. You can even create QR codes for your promotion. So you create a QR code, you save it, and then you can name it. And then once you finish, you can copy the link and you can send it. You can use it for review. So when people finish with your product, you can send them an email with the review link. And then once they scan, it will take them to that website. They can put in their reviews. If you want people to call you, they scan that barcode, boom, it's calling you. The website, SMS, whatever. Guys, this is crazy. Just QR code alone, I was using a QR code service that was $20 a month, right? It's free for just one, but if you need a lot of QR codes, then you have to pay. So these are the tools that you can get within Go High Level, just under the site, right? So let me rush and go into the other um, stuff. Calendar appointment, very important. Calendar appointment. I've tackled forms and surveys. I've tackled website builder. I've tackled workflow and automation. And so, yeah. So the last one we have to discuss is calendar appointment. Very, very, very important. Very, very important calendar appointment. So calendar. Now we come to calendar right here. Now, when I come to calendar, this is integrated at the back end with my Google Calendar and also my Yahoo. So you can connect as many calendars as you want so that before it books an appointment or makes your calendar available for your clients to book a call with you or to schedule an appointment, let's say you have a salon where, or you are a barber, or you are a consultant who takes call. If a client books an appointment for 1 to 2 o'clock, that spot is locked. Nobody can use that, right? And you don't want to do this manually. Then somebody calls you. If somebody wants to book an appointment, just send them the calendar link, right? Or book it for them. Hey, what date you want? Okay, what time? Oh, I want to be there at 12 o'clock. Oh, no, 12 o'clock is already occupied. 2 o'clock is already occupied. The only spot I have for today is 4 p.m. EST or GMT. Is that okay for you? Boom, you lock them in. If not, then Friday. It makes you so efficient. And these things can happen without you lifting a finger. You said it once and that's it, right? And so you have all these guys here that have scheduled an appointment that gives you the overview of your appointment. Now, this is where you configure your appointments. Now, you can have so many calendars, right? You can have as many calendars as you want. Now, if you come here, I have like, this is one of my AI developers. That's his personal calendar. The moment you add an employee, it creates a personal worker for them. Now I have my AI discovery appointment funnel. I have my client onboarding funnel. I mean calendar. And the reason why you need different calendars is that sometimes, I need, if I'm onboarding a new client, I need about an hour to do that. But this AI appointment calendar only gives us maybe 30 minutes, right? And so if I don't do that, then there's going to be conflict. The calendar is going to be messed up. So you have one for each appointment that you think you want to separate. So this is an hour long. This is 45 minutes. This is Stevens, which is it created by default. Interview. If I'm doing an interview, this is the calendar they get. And I can even link it to different calendars I want. Scorecard, discovery appointment calendars, and you can turn them on and off as you want. And you can come in here and then edit any calendar you want. So you put your logo, you put the name of the calendar, and then the message. So let's say you want to tell them that, hey, if you are coming to this appointment, this is what you need. Make sure you have your notepad. You can put all the important information you want over here. Um, and then you can assign it to your employees. So let's say if you want to assign this to Kwame and not your calendar, you put them here, it's going to assign it to Kwame, and Kwame is going to get that assignment. He's going to get that interview, that appointment information that, hey, Kwame, you are meeting with social client ABC, right, from this company. And then here is the availability where you tell the calendar what you want, the times you are available, times you are not available, how long, how many appointments do you want to have in a day, how long do you have to wait, how long does people need to wait in order to book appointments, how far you want the calendar to be, all those things. Buffer, what is the rest period, 15 minutes, and then forms and payments, right? This is where you can embed a form that you created. So let's say they want to book a call with you. You are a consultant or a life coach. They want to book a call with you, and you want to know what they are booking the call for. You can bring a form where you can ask them a couple of questions. And if they have to, if it's a paid consultation, then you can do accept payment. You connect it with your Stripe. I use Stripe. You can connect it with your QuickBooks or any accounting software that you use, and they will pay. If I turn this on, they have to pay before they even get access to my calendar. And then you have notifications here where it's going to send notifications. So this is what you can do, right? And everything is kind of tied up together in the back end. So you don't have to figure out how you are going to integrate this stuff, because everything is kind of tied up in the end. So what does this mean? This means that the most powerful features in GoHighLevel is the workflow, right? The workflow is what ties everything together. And so let's say, for example, someone fills a forms, it takes them to the CRM, add them automatically. They are sent a welcome email immediately, depending on how you do it. They are tagged based on the kind of tag you specify, maybe a new lead, right? 2 hours later, maybe send them an SMS message to welcome them, or to uh, whatever the message is. If they click on the link, maybe, uh, and they say they are not interested, or they remove themselves, or they block the number, tag them not interested, right? Or they are interested, depending on the workflow, so that you know what is happening with that particular customer. If they don't respond in 24 hours, maybe I send an email. I know whether you've read my email or not, right? So if you haven't read my email, the system knows. Okay, it will check in 24 hours. If you haven't read the email, send them the same email, or send them a different email, or send them a document, or send them a text message, send them a WhatsApp message. It's limitless. You can do whatever you want. If they don't respond, this is what you're going to do. Maybe call them personally. You can set up the dialer, is going to call them. All these things happen automatically, and you set up this once, and it runs forever. So, like, for instance, let me give you an example. I had a client who was manually following up with leads, right? It was taking her about 10 hours a week just to do that. We built this automation, which took her only 1 hour a week to manage everything. That is 9 hours spent, saved every week, which adds up to 460, let's say 470 hours in a year. Guys, do you know what you can do with this kind of hours? A lot of creative hours, right? And if this is making sense to you, just type, automate. Let me know that this is really valuable to you and it's making sense. Now, like I said, it all works together. Someone sees your ad, let's say on Facebook, on Instagram, they land on your high level landing page, which I showed you, like this one. They land on here, and then they fill out a form. They are added to your CRM. They are added to your pipeline as new leads. Email automation kicks in, and then the next minute, the automation start, right? Um, So this is how the whole thing works under the hood. SMS starts, maybe email starts, they book a call on your calendar, they get a confirmation and reminders. They show up and then you close the deal. You can see this customer, and the customer also sees that you really care about them because everything is kind of organized, right? Everything is connected and everything is automated. So to wrap things up, what have we learned today, right? We learned that CRM, you have all your leads in one place. You have sales pipeline where you see the visual of what is happening in the customer journey. Email marketing, you create campaigns and automation. SMS marketing, which is 98% open rate. Landing pages, you creating high converting websites where you don't code anything, you just drag and drop. You know, a layman, the caveman, the Geico commercial, you know that the caveman can even do this. You don't have to code, you drag and drop. The calendar is also automated. You can have so many calendars in there. You can create your own forms and surveys and quizzes. You can, like the website builder, as I said, just like the funnel is drag and drop, automation is working for you 24/7. And everything is working together seamlessly. You don't have to rush. And plus 10 more tools that I didn't even mention. I didn't even talk about the AI agent aspect. Or we have voice agents over here, conversational AIs. I didn't. It's going to be another when I'm talking about AI. We're going to talk about how to build AIs in Go High Level and voice AIs and all those kind of stuff. So these are all baked in free of charge, right? Um, if I go here, AI agents, right? AI agents are just like humans, right? They perform multiple tasks. When it comes to just an AI, conversational AI, it's a chatbot. They can do just one thing. But when we talk about agents, agents are like, handling a set of tasks, right? So you say that just like the way workflow works, this is doing this is doing that. Agent does something like that, but on steroids, and it acts like a human. So agent can be like, okay, they check this and that. They will come and check my calendar or my email. They can say, okay, we received an email from, let's say, customer B from ABC company. And then they will draft the email response and then maybe send it to my draft and then send me a text message and say that just approve this so that I can send it to customer A, right? That is how agents work. So agents take it to the next level, and you have all these things in here. You have your membership, media storage, reputation. And the last thing I forgot to show you, which is very, very important for most of you, especially those of you who are social media managers for your clients, or if you are somebody who posts a lot on social media, this is what you want to see. Last thing before we wrap up. Let me go back here. Reputation, marketing. Yes, this is what I want to show you guys. So here, I can come here and I say, I want to connect all my socials. Now, this is what I was talking to you about. You can connect your Facebook, as many pages as you have. You can connect your Instagram, Google My Business profile, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, connect threads, and whatever. You can add your own community here, right? This is crazy. And so once you connect all of them, like if I come here and I show you, if I want to create a post now, I have my Facebook, I have my Instagram, I have my LinkedIn business, and then I have my LinkedIn profile. So when I'm posting, I'm posting all this at once. Now, if I go to my planner, my content, let's see here, marketing. Let me go back again. Okay, planner. Now, if I want to create a new post, all that I need to do is to go here, create a new post, and this is going to let me select all the accounts. I can say select all the accounts, or maybe don't post to my Instagram, right? I will I'll select that, put the content here. I can use the AI to assist me to write the content. um, there's an AI here. You can give the AI what you want to write, right? And it's going to even help you generate the image, create an image using the AI, right? So maybe here I want to say that, generate with AI, edit with, or ask AI. So I want to generate with AI. I will put my topic, right? I'm not going to do that. I'll put my topic and the AI is going to do it. And then I can say that use the content of this to create the image. Now, once it does that, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Boom, I create a post and I can schedule it. Post it now, schedule the post. Maybe I want to post it tomorrow. And this is how we schedule posts for the whole month, right? For the whole week. Now, send it for approval. So maybe you are working for a client now, you've scheduled all their, you want to let them to approve. So sometimes when we schedule something like this, we send it to our clients for our clients to approve, right, before we can send. And so you can look into this, your client can look into this and approve this before you can add it to a queue. There's so much now. People are charging $200 a month just to post to Facebook and Instagram. Think about this. People are charging $200 a month just to post to Instagram and Facebook. Now, this tool is $97 and you get all these things. Come on, it's a no brainer, right? If you're a content manager, you are managing people's social media platforms and you are charging them $100, $200, $300 a month. Listen, you need this tool because you can do all their work, a whole month's work in 30 minutes just for one client. And that will pay for this monthly, right? The amount of money you make is going to pay for this for 2 months. Now, multiply that with 10 clients and tell me what you can do. Now you have access to building the funnels and all that kind of stuff. So now you get a point. We've learned so much today. I hope this was very valuable to you. And the regular price is $97 a month. That's where you get 3 different accounts in one account. If you sign up under me, where I help you with the configuration and everything, that is $49, $49.99, and you have limited features. All of you can go and have a test drive. I believe that once you test drive it, you're not gonna let it go. And so test drive it, then you can decide to go with the $97 one if you have 2 or more businesses or you need all the features. Or if you have a small business, you don't need that much, then you can link up or fill out the form over here. You can fill out the form, which I'm gonna provide. I provided you in the link, and then we can help you set it up, and you'll be good to go. And if you have any questions about this and how to move on to the next step, you can drop a comment in the comment section. Drop all your questions in the comment section. So yes, yep. So I think that is it. Hold on, come on. So so we've come to the end of our demo today, and As I said, I've gone through almost everything. The bonus, we've discussed that. How to get started, I've already shared the links. I recommend that everybody go with option one first. No pressure here. I don't force people to get into things that they don't know much about. This is not a sales call, but this is something that I think every business owner needs. And so give yourself a 14-day trial. No credit card is needed. Once you love it, either go with option one, which is the $97, or if you want a budget one, we can help you with a setup at $49.99. Now, for those of you who want the part one, the $97, I can still help you out with your first setup. And so don't worry about that. This offer is for both offers. Either way, it's a win-win for all of us, right? And so I hope this was helpful. The takeaway here is High Level is a suite of business tools every small business owner needs. You save thousands and hundreds of man hours every year. The bottom line is to grow your business and your clients' businesses. Increase your profit with AI and automation. The next step is take the 14-day trial with no credit card using this link, which I've already shared. Subscribe to our channel. Yeah, subscribe to our channel and keep coming back because, if you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. Share this video with any business owner you know. This is really going to help them. They're going to thank you later. Don't keep it to yourself. Come back to this video and rewatch it. If you need the links, the affiliate links, which I told you, I get something small from it, commission from it. And so that's the full disclaimer here. I love it. I use it. As you can see, you saw my business over there. So I'm not telling you to buy something that I don't use it. But as many of you or some of you have been asking me, a lot of business owners have been asking me, that is why I decided to do this demo. And so I hope this was valuable. Like I said, once again, subscribe if you are not a member. It really helps us. We need to rise up in the YouTube algorithm. Share with a friend, like this video, and comment, which helps us to be seen. And so, thank you very much once again. And next week, we're going to have another powerful session. You know that I always bring you value. We are going to get our hands dirty. We are going to move back to our AI stuff. And I'm going to surprise you with another big bang. Until we meet again next week, namaste. Thank you. To be continued. Bye.